Y'all, welcome back to another episode of It Is What It Is, because it's the CVMK show. That's why it is what it is. It's the CVMK show because Mr. CVMK 33 himself hosts the show. Happy holidays to all. And you're probably seeing this. I haven't decided if I'm going to air it after the New Year's or before. Because, you know, right now, people are traveling, blah, blah, blah. I might air clips and then the real episode afterward. But however it goes down, I wish you a successful and a prosperous and most importantly, a safe 2024. We have an amazing episode. Today, we're going to be talking about the top 10 female singers of all time because we have to discuss it because this is very, 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 very complex. And I've had a hard time myself putting together this list. So I brought back a friend. Someone who's been on the show many, many times will be on the show many, many times to discuss this because we need to get down to it. Is this the definitive list? Can we narrow the top 10 greatest female singers of all time and have some type of consent? After a quick word from this break, we'll be back to debate with not only then Steve-O Speaks himself, Mr. Steve Simmons. Steve-O!
Yo, what's the word, man?
How you doing, man?
It's good. Happy holidays.
Happy holiday, man.
Definitely the holiday season. Hey, it was a nice dry. Well, for the most part, it was a dry Christmas. I low-key was outside with some shorts on, a little bit, grilling a little bit. So, yeah. Hey, I enjoyed this Christmas. I really did.
I do. As the siren goes by, I had a very Chicago Christmas. I just like, man, just go to.
They catch you at the right time.
Right, just be like, who acted a fool now? I can't even do an episode. Oh my God, this is ghetto. But no, I had a fantastic. I don't even know if I air that part. I'm gonna have a fantastic. It was great. Honestly, it was good to be around family. You know, mother came up. You know, it was cool, man. I'm glad. I looked on Facebook, saw so many great things, so many great announcements, so many just, I like to see what I call Christmas magic, right? I like to see people get what they want in their heart and desire and people be happy. And, that warms me up. So, but, after all that holiday eating, I don't want to look at terrible food ever again. I want to do it, get back to it. What came today? V-Way. For them that do not know, get it today, y'all. www.cvmkglobal.store. Use code Jingle All the Way for 35% off. I'm telling you, it's cheaper than Walmart if you do that. www.cvmkglobal.store. All right, so I want to get into it. Top 10 female singers of all time. This is going to be difficult because there's just so many out there. So many. For my number one top 10 singer of all time, I have none other than Aretha Franklin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the reason why Aretha makes the list is because multifaceted. She sung, she was in multiple genres, from gospel to acting to soul music, to pop, from R.E.S.P.C.T. Change to one of the hottest gospel albums of all time with Amazing Grace. She could do it all. And I feel like if you're not a singer that is that fluid, you really can't be on the list, right? Like if you're a one-trick pony, I just don't see who is. I don't even want to bash anybody, but there's this singers that you're like, I don't see you being in the Blues Brothers, right? I mean, like she could flat foot sing. Aretha is one of those singers that if you didn't have a musician, it wouldn't matter.
She wasn't.
She was the musician, and that's when you know you cold. If you gotta run every 10 seconds,
and it's clean,
right,
and it's in the right place.
You gotta.
I think that's the key. That is the key of singing. Like anybody could do a run, but it's the right run and when you did it.
Right.
And that's to separate some of the gifted singers that we have, such as Aretha Franklin.
And
But
I think,
yeah.
yeah. So I mean, I think Aretha set the standard for what a female singer's career could look like, how influential she could be. Um, Even younger Aretha, when she was, smaller, like she kind of was that girl for a while, right? And I mean, there's others, but like a Diana Ross, right, would not, to me, have a gospel hit, right? Like I could, like I think there's a lane, but I don't see her lane like encompassing different types of niches. So for my number one, I have Aretha. Who do you have for your number one?
I have the one and only, The Voice, Whitney Houston.
All right.
And it's for some of the reasons that you mentioned, Aretha, because just to put it out there, Aretha is my second choice. My second pick. It's for all the reasons you said, but I feel like Aretha, what Whitney did was took the torch of Aretha and ran away with it. She did the music she multifaceted in the music from any genre you want to think of. She did the movies. She even did your commercials, your commercial in your car, stuff like that. Some of the stuff I learned recently, like, oh, that was on that jingle. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like she's one of those people where that I could comfortably put in one, because if she was at the time, she was that woman that was like, if I had to build a singer, she's that.
She's that.
She's literally that. If I wanted to copy and paste my greatest singer I've ever heard in my life, Prime Whitney would be one of them. And that's why I put her at one and I put Aretha at two. I feel like Whitney was the second Aretha, but Aretha was the original. She was the original, that it girl when it comes to that voice. And no matter how many good voices there was in the past or in the world, she stood out the most. So that's why I got them at 1 and 2.
I'm not mad because Whitney Houston is my second one. So I think, like you said, I think they're interchangeable. What Whitney Houston had was she had the look.
Yep.
She had the voice. She had the charisma. Yep. She had
maybe too much charisma.
she had the I always say this, Whitney had a church girl's voice, but a corporate America body. If that makes sense, right? Like whatever they wanted in the look, that's what she had.
She
right?
fitted.
She was fitted, right? But at the same time, if you gave Whitney Houston a mic, I mean, everybody else, you kind of just back it up. I said this. If Whitney, Leandria, and, Tamla Mann walk in, and you got one alto section left. Like, that's one of those questions you got to ask. Like, who getting the mic? I mean, I don't think you cut any of them, but who's going to be in the front with the mic?
All right.
It's going to be Whitney Houston. And that's why I have Whitney Houston at number 2, also with, infamous songs. I Will Always Love You. I Have Nothing. How Will I Know? I mean, the Preacher's Wife album is one of the coldest gospel albums, and it's a movie soundtrack. There's really nothing she could not do. If you wanted her to do pop, I want to dance to somebody. She encompassed what the sound was at that time, and she ran with it, and she dominated, right? And unlike a lot of other singers, Whitney could act.
She really could.
From Sparkle, where she played a recovering burnt out singer, to Preacher's Wife, to Waiting to Exhale. I mean, like, Whitney probably should have an Oscar.
Yeah.
I feel like it escaped her. Not that she didn't put out anything that wasn't worthy of it. But Whitney Houston definitely is top 2, top 1. I'm not mad if you went 1, 2, but Whitney Houston is the voice of singers and deserves to be in the top 2. All right, so number 3.
This is where I feel like my list blow up in everybody's face because, like I said, this is where it challenges you if you really know music.
All right, go ahead. Give your number 3 pick.
My number 3 pick is Phyllis Hyman.
Not mad.
Phyllis Hyman just had she how I describe. She just had that grown woman voice where like it was super soulful, but she could get aggressive with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it sounded good. And it was a little rangy at times. And she just of course you got you got your songs, you know how to love me, living all alone,
Yeah.
don't want to change the world. Like just stuff like that. Like she's just one of those voices where it just stood out. You could hear the Philly in her. Like you could tell she was also somebody you could tell that listened to a lot of plethora of other music because you could hear when she sing. So yeah, I definitely. She just made me have to change somebody on my list, though. No, she just reminded me because I was just like, thinking of her, and somebody came to mind. I said, I'm so disrespectful for not putting her voice on this list, but she's my 3rd.
For me, the 3rd greatest female singer of all time is none other than the youngest girl from Catherine and Joseph Jackson, Janet Jackson herself. This is why Janet is number 3. And
a vocalist.
As the singer, as the total package, right? Not just one specific thing. Vocalist.
Oh no, you moving the goalpost now.
as a singer, right? We're talking about catalog. We're talking about vocalist, catalog, impact, right? So that's the criterion. Vocalist, catalog, VCI, impact. Janet Jackson has sold over 100 million. Now they don't keep count because nobody buys music. And now it's about streams, right? Janet Jackson, first tour, broke records. Janet Jackson can act. From Poetic Justice to Why Did I Get Married to Nutty Professor, anything Janet is in is a hit. Janet just okay. We're gonna debate that. Dude, Janet just don't.
I love Janet. That was my first crush. And I love Janet. I think she's prime. People will argue Beyonce. I still say she's the greatest female entertainer I've ever seen.
Yes.
But when we talk about vocalists, she's just not on this list.
I can't get it. I'm okay.
She has a dope voice. Like
yes.
You need to think about.
Right.
Like she got that voice, but it's just I don't know.
That's the way love goes. I get it. Her voice is not gonna be like, man, did you hear the run? No, she's not like a Kim Burrell singer type. But when you talk about catalog,
I mean, catalog ain't got too much to do with your vocals.
That's true. That's fair.
I mean, when I say like there gotta be like a song out there from. I was like, dang, she was singing that mug. Like, I don't have too many like that one song. You might think I'm crazy, but I'm serious. That's my only song for me that's like she's really singing on that mug.
She's got a song
but then again, it's not really.
Yeah,
like I don't know.
She's got a song featuring Michael. That automatically puts you in the top something. No. How many artists can say I got a song with Michael Jackson? It's just Paul McCartney. And Janet.
I feel like you could put her as that greatest female artist. That she's better at that topic because vocalist, like as an artist, yeah. Once you start getting a critically acclaimed, like her accolades, her performance, like for me, there's not too many people performing like they are now. If it's not for her brother and her.
Yeah,
there's nobody. Like, there's no Beyonce without her. Because if you want to be technical, Beyonce be still a lot of Janet, but we ain't finna talk about that.
Yeah,
but
there's no Sierra without Janet. There's no Rihanna. There's no whatever this is without Janet.
But vocalist?
Okay, I admit vocalist. Okay, is she like sing the church down? No. But when you look that good, you don't have to.
Yeah, you do.
He said, yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. Where I'll kill. Hey, you better not go on this mug sound like I just feel like you got to give me a jaw-dropping performance vocally at least one time.
So you want like you want something that when you hear just make you just tears.
Stop. No, make me stop. Like, you know how many times you like, for example, I'm walking through the convocation, you hear a whole bunch of stuff, but something just make you be like, oh, that girl blowing. Let me go. Hold on. I don't know.
But they will not make the list based off of impact and catalog. There's a lot of great singers.
But that's what we talk about. We talk about vocalists.
We're talking about greatest, the whole package.
Well, we talk about the whole package. My whole list got to be changed.
Hey, if it was vocalist, then honestly, if you didn't come from if you come from a gospel or jazz background, you wouldn't even qualify. Because I don't think you can be a great vocalist and not come from
exactly. And I think that's why we need to do this video, because I feel like a lot of people, especially now, think there's so many amazing singers out here, and there's just a lot of and a lot of good.
Yeah, there's a lot of
like I'm gonna say it. Like I'm gonna say a name. A lot of people think SZA is so cold, and I'm like, she's she's okay. Yeah, singing wise, she's cool. Like she's very talented, but she ain't no Mahalia Jackson. She ain't no Layla Hathaway. Like,
no, I mean those type of rank. Yeah. I mean that's true. That's facts. I mean those type of Mahalias, Arethas, they don't make singers like that anymore.
And that's why we're having this conversation.
Right. I mean,
why we have it.
Even if you think gospel, let's just even if you say gospel, as cold as such and such may be, they not Aretha. Like, there's no singer that you be like, I can listen to this person sing a cappella. That's how raw they are.
But this is my thing. I feel like for the women group side, nowadays they ain't making them not like that no more. Male side, there's still new guys come. Like Tank is technically a newer guy. Tank can sing.
Tank can sing and write better.
Like there's a lot of dudes out here that can really sing, and like it wasn't as difficult for me to make this list. That's why it was so difficult, because when it comes to women, I think I judge differently, because I feel like when back in the day, I gotta send you a video on it, because there's a video on it that I really want you to watch about why the decline of like. Why SZA is not what SZA really could be. Yeah. There's a reason to it. That's why it's a whole nother thing about it. But I got, when it comes to vocalists, I gotta give you the best vocalist, bro. I think come down to singing.
I agree with you. I just think I think there's singers out there that don't get the shine because the industry doesn't want to hear real singing. Everything is a vibe. Like music is a vibe. It doesn't matter what genre it is. It has to be a vibe. But a vibe is not vocal talent. A vibe is, the studio mixing, how the microphone echoes. Like a vibe is a created distortion. It's not a singing ability, right? So, and with that, you're not going to have great singers. Like, because if we went great singers, I'm knocking.
For the remains,
Derek Clark should be number 2 or 3.
Oh no.
I
like Claire Clarkson, but she ain't. Nah.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
But just for the rest of this episode, so y'all know, I'm going vocals. He going on everything.
I'm going on vocals. And we'll be back after a quick word from our sponsor.
There's a hero in all of us waiting to be unleashed. All it takes is just that one last push. Activate the hero within with CVMK Global Supplements. All natural, steroid-free, designed to enhance performance, build muscle, and increase energy. You are unstoppable. You can do this. Become your own hero at www.cbmkglobal.store.
Y'all, www.cbmkglobal.store. Brought it with me. Came in today.
At least took it out the package.
I haven't even right. I just got it out the box. Let y'all know, superpower tomorrow will be a superpower workout. www.cbmkglobal.store. Use code Jingle all the way for 35% off. All right, so look. Or 30% off, I think. I had to think about that. I thought you said 35. You know, I'm like, hey, dog, you know what I mean.
Talk to my head, not to my heart.
Right. Number 4. Fourth greatest female singer of all time. I'm going with Beyonce Knowles Carter. And the reason why.
That's why you looked up.
The reason why. Catalog is hard to debate.
It is.
She's a good singer.
I'm glad you said that.
Right, okay? A good singer. She's not Leandria. She's not Kim Burrell, right? She's not gonna do that. She's not Kiki Wyatt. But if you take what she does have, and she has power, she has musical impact, cultural influence, and a catalog, she's a top 5 personality. Beyonce Knowles Carter, lead singer of the Destiny's Child, World Iconic Tours. Even if you don't like her music, you can't deny her name, right? Like if Beyonce co-signs on something, it's pretty much gold, right? She's the closest thing to Michael and Prince we'll ever get, right? Arguably, I can't put her above Janet, but she should do a song with Janet. But
that should tell you everything you need to know. But
that's why they haven't done a song together. Yeah, she needs to do a song with Janet. But I mean, Janet is queen level. I'm sorry. But Beyonce.
You can't say that. You know they're gonna come for you. She Beyonce queen level 2.
She's queen level 2. I'm not saying she's not queen level, but there's many different queens. There's like the Queen of England.
I'm sorry. No. When it comes to music, if we can't get you outside no more,
yeah,
like you're not, once you get to the status where you're not showing up to the BETs, the Oscar, you're not showing up for real like that no more. You one of those.
She is one of those. She's one of those.
So I give her a prop. She queen status.
She's queen status. Exactly. Beyonce, that's what I'm saying. If Beyonce shows up, performs, you got to watch it just because it's Beyonce. You want to know if there's a new dance move. Like she just has that Michael magic. Whatever that was, she possesses. So Beyonce is number 4 on my list.
I'm telling y'all right now, the Beehive, whoever call yourself, she ain't on my list. I could care less. Argue with your mama, she cool, but the people on this list, she can't hold a microphone to when it comes to singing. I'm just gonna say that. Now, my 4th one is who I just mentioned earlier, Mahalia Jackson. Go ask Martin Luther King. That's all I gotta go tell you.
Dr. King.
Go ahead, but for real, like if you just go, she almost like for her time, like she was a little bit before Aretha, if I'm not mistaken, but like she would have been Aretha if it was at that right time.
That's true.
She would have been Whitney if it was at that right time. She used that voice where probably one of the top 5 most powerful women voices there is. Just her voice is ridiculous, and she's one of those voices that like God uniquely took his time to make. And there's a lot of people that you can listen to and like, oh, I hear a little bit of her, I hear a little bit of that. There is one girl that's new out here, Joy. I forget. I'm drawing a blank on her last name. She's a jazz musician. Her name is Joy.
Okay.
She sounds a little bit like Mahalia, but there's not too many people that you can say sounds like Mahalia.
No.
They're just not.
No.
So that's the reason why she's 4th on my list.
I agree. I mean, so Mahalia Jackson is number 5 on my list. So I'm not mad. I can't, I think it's interchangeable. You can put Beyonce and swap Mahalia. I think you're right. Mahalia was born 60 years too soon.
Yeah.
Like you said, I think she died in 72. I want to say 69 or 70, somewhere early 70s. She was born 60 years too soon. But she was even in movies when movies were segregated. Mahalia Jackson has an iconic voice, the gospel singer, the singer of singers. If Mahalia showed up, you just gave up the mic, right?
Samara Joy, that's who I was talking about. Yeah, she that's a girl y'all need to tune into, and she has the potential to end up on this list. Just to end up on this list. She's young, so she nice.
Samara Joy.
Nah, she's nasty.
I believe it.
And very versatile.
Very versatile. Okay, I believe it. Now I got something that's going to throw off the list, and this is going to hurt a lot of people's feelings. The number 6 greatest. Oh, that was my Mahalia.
Okay, I gotta do 5.
Who was 5?
All right, I think what you just said, I might shake it up with.
Who?
Jasmine Sullivan.
I'm not mad. Catalog?
Jasmine. I don't care about the catalog. Jasmine Sullivan got a robot in her throat.
She does.
That's all I got is
melodically perfect, honestly.
She is so talented, it don't even make no sense. Her voice is so crazy, it don't make no sense. And it's not like, to me, because I listen to her music, she has a catalog, not to the, I was saying, she don't have like, I wouldn't even say she has a top 20 catalog, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
She got a top 20, top 10, top 5, top whatever you want to say, boys. There is no, she is one of those generational talents. There probably won't be another Jasmine Sullivan for another 40 years.
Oh yeah, I'd listen to Pick Up Your Feelings before church sometimes. Your feelings.
Not before church.
Right before I get to Sunday school. I'm like, I don't even go to Sunday school now. Wait, right before
I don't even go to Sunday school no more.
Right before I get to church.
As soon as you hit that gate.
Jasmine does stuff. You be like, what?
Like, did you just try that?
Kind of different, yeah.
Bro, she had a whole challenge on TikTok when she dropped her album. They was trying to redo her one little run lick, and nobody could do it. Like, some people got close, but nobody could do it.
I'll say this: Jasmine Sullivan. I think you're right. Voices, if we just like vocal cord, voice box, right? Diaphragm, lungs. Everybody that's living, I think she's the top 3.
She top 3,
top 3 singers of all time. It's just everybody. If we just go pure vocal cords, like nothing else, not catalog, not Jasmine Sullivan is that. Jasmine Sullivan is one of those like every pastor wish they had a Jasmine Sullivan, because Jasmine is what I mean by like she don't need a lot.
She really don't. She need one. You could play in the same key.
Yeah, she'll carry. Your organist could be trash,
garbage,
right? No MD, no drummer, and will
stop.
Right. Don't even do that. Don't even back me. Let me do it. I mean, like that is out there. I put it. Look, if I had to choose between a worship pastor, her, and others, I'm choosing Jasmine Sullivan. Just off pure vocals.
She gonna sing me happy every time. I'm gonna be on the floor before she say thank you for letting me sing.
Jasmine Sullivan, number 6, top singers of all time, top female singers. I'm going with somebody you might not give credence to, but when you look at the entire package, she is a GOAT. It is none other than Toni Braxton. And the reason why Toni makes the list, the coldest and sexiest tenor the female tenor I've ever seen or heard. She is beauty personified. I feel like she has never had an ugly day. Like aesthetically perfect. I like not that you could be aesthetically perfect, but Tony, I just look at Tony and be like, God bless her. You know, like it's not just the look, it's when she sing like Tony. She makes sounding deep like a tenor section. You know, like growing up in church, you know, the choir would be split up 3 sections: altos, sopranos, tenors. And usually, you know, all the baddies would be on the alto side or on the soprano side. You know,
ain't never no fine tenor.
Right.
ain't never.
And she would sing tenor. She's a tenor and destroys you. You know, no, her obviously, you know, hits "Unbreak My Heart," you know, "Breathe Again," you know, "He Wasn't Man Enough for Me." I mean, like she has hits, you know, but Tony's one of those. I feel like if Tony did a concert, Tony could sing other songs as a cover artist. You would pay just to be in Tony's presence. There's not a lot of artists you could say, I would pay to hear you sing other people's songs, right? Like her presence alone, because, you know, she's nice, she's sweet, she talks to you. She's like, yeah, you know, she's that sexy older lady that is like just ridiculous, right? So Toni Braxton is number 6, greatest female singer of all time.
Got another one that you never would have sniffed on my list, but I understand. My 6 is Kim Burrell.
Okay.
Kim Burrell is my 6 because there's just things vocally and catalog. She got a catalog too.
Yes,
Can't
catalog.
give her. She has a nice catalog. And even though you may not like her, but there is just things talent-wise that some of the greatest just will never be able to do.
Yeah.
There's just certain things that come out of her mouth that nobody will ever in life be able to recreate.
No.
And that's why she's on this list. If you don't have Kim Burrell on your list, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I just don't.
I actually don't have Kim Burrell. I think you're absolutely right. Kim Burrell, look, y'all gonna get me in trouble for this. Kim Burrell is fantastic. Kim Burrell has the queen of runs, the queen of riffs. She is the perfect blend of jazz, improv, and gospel. Kim Burrell has a catalog too. Kim Burrell, if from singers, like singers, you don't want to. Kim Burrell's like Mike Tyson. Like Mike might not be the greatest boxer of all time, fighter, but if Mike,
he would kill you.
He would kill you, right? if you didn't get Mike, you'd have to drag Mike into the 10th round. Like a prime Mike, bro. If he got you between those first 4 rounds, it was a wrap. So that's what
literally though. Like if Kim was in a versus, your only chance is
Jasmine.
You have to. Not even Jasmine still don't have a chance because you don't have a catalog. Because I feel like the only way you could rival or try to, like you said, drag her into that 10th round, the only way you could drag her if you got slappers. Like if you like Whitney, the only person, because everybody in that mug gonna sing her song. So Kim ain't gonna have a chance. Like, I mean, she's gonna have a chance vocally, right, but it's gonna out surpass her because she has too many songs. That's the only way you beat her.
I know somebody that can actually beat her.
Who?
This is actually gonna throw you for a loop. My number 7 pick can beat Kim Burrell in a single, in a versus. We talking about catalog, and we talking about ability. We talking about ability too, right?
Ability and
catalog. Celine Dion.
Stop.
I don't care what y'all say.
Stop.
I don't care what y'all say.
That versus is lasting 30 seconds.
Celine Dion will make you stay on a sinking ship.
No, she won't.
Yes, she will. Y'all do. I just think people don't want to. Black folks don't want to give Celine Dion the credit. Celine Dion.
She can sing.
As a ballad special niche as a ballad artist, all by myself. All by myself. Celine Dion.
That's literally her catalog.
Man, I mean, I get you saying.
That's literally her catalog.
I'm not saying. So look, we all know if it came to versus Kim gonna show. Kim gonna show to the point. You're gonna be like snap. Because that's what we do. But if we say, just like in the 5 heartbeats, you got to play with the house musician who don't know your music and an upright piano. Celine Dion got a shot, Doc.
I guess.
Who's your number 7th pick?
My number 7th pick is the one, the only. Ain't nobody. Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan, all right.
Shaka I would call her the voice, but she was like a mini voice. She had a first of all, her voice was unique. Her style was unique, and her songwriting was pretty cool as well. She got the catalog. She got the charisma. I won't say the performance was great, but it was good performance. But that voice, like I said, she just got one of those voices that stand out. And like you said, trash of organist, she got a shot because he gonna know a song, at least 2.
That's true.
And she's probably she got a lot of songs sampled.
That's
a lot of people that covered it, so you got to put it on that one.
Love me better. Oh yeah. Shaka has hits. I'm not even gonna Hey, Shaka can handle, not Shaka now, but Shaka 20 years ago. Shaka was somebody you didn't want to roll the ball hit for hit.
You didn't. She had it. She was one of those people. I think she was one of those first people that we was like, dang, she lucky got a catalog. Shaka, like especially for our side, like the our skin tone side. Like you just like for for the white folks, you could be like they got music. You know they got catalogs.
Right.
But she was one of those people where you was like, dang, you just start naming them. I'm like, dang, she really do got a catalog. She one of those.
She is. My number 8, I can't argue against Shaka Khan. Honestly, I think that's pretty. Shaka Khan is, I'd put Shaka Khan in top 8, top 10. She didn't make my list because there was voices that I could not discard for Shaka. Not that she's not deserving. It's just I'd have to get rid of some of these voices, and I don't know if getting rid of them warrants Shaka being on the list. This person right here for my number 8 pick, and I think this is going to make all the sense in the world. And it's hard because you think of singing, you think of impact, you think of culture. Mariah Carey.
I ain't mad at you for putting on there. I didn't have her on there, but I battled with putting her on here.
I battled with Mariah, but when I thought about young Mariah, and then I saw a reel of Sue Young singing Reservoir One in a car.
With the one she was growing up?
Yes. Somebody posted that reel, and I was like, man, Mariah really was that girl. Like, her music, whether you like it or not, when you hear it, whether it's Christmas songs or whatever, like, you know it, right? And it's one of those songs like, do. Like, you don't even want to admit that you know the Mariah song, but you be like, yeah, I know that song, right? Like, Mariah Carey is a top 10 greatest singer of all time because Mariah had at least the vocality. Had the range. I mean, she was doing the, glass shattering pitch run. The look, right? She had the look. The impact. You could never box her sound in. There was fluidity in her music, if that makes sense. It
was very fluid.
Yeah, very fluid, very ethnically fluid. And it was just hard to not, like something that Mariah did.
She was definitely a voice for a time. Because she was the voice for everything. Christmas, like once you get Christmas music, you a voice.
That's it.
So I was not going to be mad if you put that on. Some people don't like to put on the chart. I wasn't going to be mad if you put her on there at all. She's definitely deserving.
Yeah. Who's your number 8?
My number 8 is the legendary Sarah Vaughan.
Not mad. I'm not mad.
I remember the first time I heard her, I wandered through this wonderland alone. I said, oh my Lord. That woman could keep you on a sinking ship.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, if she was on the Titanic that night, doggone it, she made everybody all peaceful for the doom that they was about to endure.
Oh God.
She calmed everybody down. Cause she opened up her mouth, everybody stopped. She had that voice where, like, you ever heard somebody and you just feel like soon she started singing, everything should have went pitch black, and then a strobe light should have just right on her.
That or Donna Summers, yeah.
She got one of those voices where you just sit there and your whole soul just melt, and you just sitting there just like,
Sarah Vaughan's tough.
Sarah Vaughan was real tough.
I can't argue against Sarah Vaughan. I accepted it. As number 8, I'm not mad. Sarah making the list, I'm not mad. There's really, I mean, like, it's hard not to put certain singers. All right, so Sarah Vaughan. Number 9. And this is for us Kojiks. I got to throw in the first lady. Karen Clark Sheard, to me, makes the list.
I ain't mad at that either.
Yeah, I think vocality, catalog, not necessarily. I can't even say not necessarily her, because after Finally Karen, she had that one album when Missy was on it.
She did have that one nice album. Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm talking about? When she lost the weight, and like I think she was in like the dress and had the wind blowing, and the one where she almost didn't make it to that one. Yeah. Yeah, so like, Karen Clark Sheard vocally is a top 3. Impact wise, because all the other singers love Karen.
I think you might be underappreciating her impact a little bit, just because if you think about it, because if you really think about it, she's one of those people, especially for us that we know that are churchgoers.
Yeah.
She's one of those people where you be like, oh, I listen to church music, I listen to Coxus, I listen to Karen. You be like, everybody listen to Karen. Right. So like she might have a bigger impact because she probably done brought people to God in so many ways that we don't even understand. So
I think she's the mother. She's Queen Mother. Like Beyonce's Queen. Like unheralded reign, right? Like she's without reach. Or you can't.
Okay, who Queen Auntie then?
I'm about to name Queen Auntie in a minute. Okay. But Karen Clark Sheard is Queen Mother because she can walk into it doesn't matter if it's secular. She could be in a SZA studio session, SZA and Tiana Taylor, and they're gonna stop and say that's Karen Clark. Whatever they do it, like, they're gonna be like, they're gonna pay homage to a legend. Like, and that's what she is. Karen Clark is a legend. So her music is legendary. 9, the reason why she's top 10, but she's bottom 10, not 5 through 10. I can't is like the catalog, like
she only impacted one catalog. That's what
right. That's the issue. Like if I hate to say that. If she would have made like a soft jazz album, you know what I'm saying? Like something different and not a crossover, but an actual album for that genre. Then I'd have been like, she would have been top 5. She would have been top 5, right? But as a gospel standalone artist, stayed true to her values, stayed true to the faith. She's number 9. Who's your number 9?
I wanted to put her. I really did.
Uh-oh.
And she didn't make the list because I I had to put somebody else there just because I had to. But I had to put Minnie Riperton.
Hey,
Minnie Riperton, she one
why
of
is
those
my
people. The reason she's so low is the catalog ain't too much. It's pretty much la 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 do do do. That's her song.
yeah.
Yeah, that's her song. So the catalog ain't really that, but if you really listen to other, well, she had, I think I give it on her because her voice was so unique. Like she's probably the reason why Mariah Carey is Mariah Carey. She's part of the reason
Yeah.
like some of those super altos is the super altos. She's
Yeah.
not, her range was just stupid. So I had to put her at 9. Her range is just ridiculous.
I'm not mad. I'm actually not mad at that. Minnie Riperton. I don't know if Minnie makes my list. She's up. She's a top 20. If there was somebody that,
if I had to switch, Karen out for her, I would have put Karen though.
Yeah. I think I'm trying to think if I had to, move Karen up and lose one. Oh my gosh. And I've thought about who could have possibly made the list. I've thought about the Kim Burrells of the world, thought about the Shakas. It's a difficult thing because Mary J. Blige could arguably be if you look at it, she could arguably be top 10. Mary J. almost made my list. Mary J. got close. But this person right here, I was scared. This person right here kept Mary J. off my list. Anita Baker. And Anita actually kept two people. Anita kept Mary and CeCe Winans off my list. And it was hard because I was going to throw CeCe in there somehow. But Anita Baker is just elegance personified. Her voice is the smoothest, just melodic sound you'll ever hear from heaven. Right? Like she really is like a quiet thunderstorm. You know,
that's a almost perfect description.
Yeah, she's a quiet thunderstorm, even above Gladys. They're above Dionne Warwick. If you think about her era, even Patty could have been on the list. Patty probably should have been on the list. I didn't know who I was going to take off the list for Patty. But because it came down to catalog.
Yeah. Patty got a catalog.
The catalog would have kept Patty off from the top 10. But if we look at it, man, Anita Baker, I'd go pay to see Patty. I would go pay to see Anita. There are certain entertainers, certain singers that even if they're feeling bad, like the show is gonna be a hit, right?
Right.
She's one of those singers. And that's why Anita Baker is number 10 as the greatest female singers of all time.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at it at all, to be honest. Anita ain't on mine. I'm almost upset at myself. I need to think of Anita at all, but she's definitely worthy of this conversation.
Yeah.
Now, I was going to put Celine Dion by here, but as soon as I started to write Celine, this woman's voice came into my ears out of nowhere.
All right.
And I guess she was speaking to me and said, you must forgot about me and what I did to your ears the first time I heard her. And that is the legendary one and only
Tina Marie?
Nope.
Oh.
Billie Holiday.
Oh, so we went way back.
I went way back.
Okay.
I remember the first time I heard "In My Solitude," I said, that might be the rawest voice I ever heard in my life.
My grandfather said before he was saved, he saw Billie perform in Chicago. Said it was one of the greatest shows he've ever seen.
She had that voice of, like you said, smooth.
Yeah.
elegant, quiet thunderstorm almost.
Yeah.
It was just like it's not too many people that can like really affect your mood when she sings or he sings. And she's one of those people that you can be mad or whatever. She might just turn you emotional just because she just starts singing. From Blue Eyes,
Yeah.
I've been seeing you, Sugar, Strange Fruit, All of Me. She had to get on it. She had to get on the list. To be quite honest, most people, of course, most people in the older generation, like your grandfather, probably would have put her in the top 5 because she probably is the top 5 of their era, respectively. But I had to put on this list. Billie was just cold.
I'm not mad. I can't argue against Billie Holiday. I think to know her music shows a true fan of music and a true dedicated listener. Billie made it possible for
all right, I ain't even getting into her story, right?
Right. For what I would say, she was a singer, but she wasn't trying to be just an entertainer. Like Billie's words, like because of Billie, you get the Layla Hathaways, I mean, like Billie.
That's my honorable mention, by the way.
We're gonna get to the honorable mention who should have been on the list. But yeah, Billie Holiday is a goat in and of herself. After this break, we'll be back with our 3 honorable mentions.
I literally just tried the best pre-workout on the planet. With Superpower pre-workout, you have increased focus and a power boost every single time you work out. It's not only packed with 225 milligrams of caffeine, but it also has citrulline and creatine. It's insane how much energy and focus I had during my workouts. If you're ready to take your workouts to the next level, then ditch your current pre-workout and get the Superpower pre-workout to be your own hero.
www.cvmkglobal.store. Trust me, you will not regret it. All right, honorable mentions. This is something that I've thought of. Who could have made my list, who was going to make my list, but they got bumped off because I could not think of other people. I just could not remove certain people from my list. And I'm going to name I said 3, but I'm going to give 5 because it is let's see. Number 1 on my honorable mention, CeCe Winans. CeCe Winans is a jewel and a gem, and CeCe Winans made it okay for Christians to listen to secular music. CeCe was singing back up with Whitney. You didn't know who was who. Like CeCe, when Addictive Love came out, Addictive Love with her and BB was nothing but an R&B album. Take me higher. Like the whole thing, the whole album, honestly sounds like it was produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. It was the 90s personified. It had just all the instrumentation and the sound that you were looking for. And I think it opened up what female gospel music artists could be. Like it wasn't that you were carnal, but you could be sensual. And I think that CeCe Winans deserves a lot of credit, and she gets an honorable mention. Who's one of your honorable mentions?
I got Layla Hathaway, of course. Yeah. I have Adele.
Oh yeah, Adele.
Jennifer Holiday.
Oh, Holiday.
Jennifer Holiday.
Not Hudson.
And I'm not. Her last name is John, but her name's Lona.
Nona Simone. Simone.
Yeah, Nona Simone.
Yeah, Nona Simone. Yeah.
She was. If you know anything about opera, she's probably one of the voices when it comes to opera.
Yeah, I get it. I got a couple. I got Tina Marie, Diana Ross, Diana, but Diana's kind of on that Beyonce vibe. And now it's funny, Dorinda. And,
that ain't crazy.
Yeah, that's not crazy. Like if you think about catalog, like hey, voice, Dorinda actually, evangelist Dorinda Clark Cole almost made my list. I mean, she just had to. There was about 7 other names, but yeah, CC Dorinda, Jasmine Sullivan, Tina Marie. Tina should have been on the list. Diana Ross. Diana could. She
was close to making my list.
Yeah, Diana was close to making the list. But this is the top 10 definitive female singers of all time. Steve-O, man, where can they connect with you?
Hey, Steve-O speaks on everything from X to Twitter. From X to Twitter, from X to Instagram, NBA Central, Bear Central, all the centrals, all those. You can follow me over there.
Y'all connect with them on all the channels. Steve-O speaks. Hit them up. You know what you need to do, man. Subscribe to YouTube. I'm gonna play the video just in case you don't know. Yo, what's up? It's your boy CVMK33. Look, you're watching the CVMK show, the Cody Bernard Marshall show, because it is what it is. So what you waiting on? Subscribe, share, like, comment, or whatever you do. Stay tuned. CVMK show. Y'all, subscribe, like, share, YouTube. 4 letters, 1 word. C, V is in Vernon, M is in Marshall, K is in Kelly. CV.
And I said the wrong name. It wasn't Leona Simone. It was Leona Mitchell.
Leona Mitchell. Okay. Mitchell. Okay. All right. That's fair.
Yeah.
CVMK.
Look, do your research.
Instagram, it is what it is _show. CVMK _global. CVMK 33. And where the best supplements are. I'm telling y'all, 2024, new you. Do you. CVMKglobal.store. When you check out, there's a discount section. The discount code, jingle all the way. It's 1 word. It'll be there at your house. I'm not gonna say that because if I guarantee it, it'll happen. But it's gonna be at your house as soon as you order it, within days of you ordering it. Let me clarify that. www.cvmkglobal.store. And until next time, guys. Now we do another one because there's some things like there's. We want to do a vibe. Who has the best vibe?
See, that's a very broad.
That is broad because I'm thinking like, man, we love so many. I was like,
how about musicians?
Oh, just play. But is it what type? Is it a specific instrument?
No, I feel like we could do instruments.
We can do best church musicians, best church organizers.
All right, church. We can do a church edition in a world.
That's true. That's true because on the piano, Billy Preston gonna be up. He gonna be up there in both categories. So I mean,
he for both, right?
Both, right? Stevie for both. I mean, like there's just a lot there. All right. Till next time, guys. Thanks.